We are here. Yeah, come on in. We're back with the GeekChic ladies to Nerd Rage on Whiskey Wednesday. What up? I'm Ruth Ann.
I'm Chris.
I'm Beth. There she is. Hello. And we have our whiskey of the day, which is a campfire whiskey. So this is going to be a smoke, which is good because we're going to burn some people today in our Nerd Rage. Where'd it go? And we lost. Crashed on the Facebook. We're still with you guys on Twitch. What up?
You just opened YouTube.
Nope, that's not what I want.
Please stand by.
Please stand by. Please stand by. It failed, so start again.
What up, Twitch? You get to see the behind the scenes of
Yeah,
how
right.
this went very badly.
This went so wrong.
It still says
right.
now live.
It says, can you see it on your thing?
Something went wrong. We're having trouble playing this video.
Oh, hey.
See,
Just
welcome
kidding.
back.
We're back. So we'll start this again. We're the GeekChic ladies. This is
Chris.
Ruth Ann and that's Beth.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to figure out if we have two videos trying to go at the same time right now.
We already had a couple sips of whiskey, so now this is happening. Okay, we swear our phones are
every
drunk.
week we're just like, guys, we're not even.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
All right, so we have quite a lot to nerd rage about.
We do.
Do we want to start with the fashion stuff?
So
Yeah, let's do that.
So you start, and I will.
two videos.
All right, so something that's been going around the internet this week is the Tiffany Everyday Objects. And they have a ball of yarn made out of sterling silver. They have a metal can that's literally a soup can with the label off of it in sterling silver. They have a paper plate made out of sterling silver. And while this would be something kind of cute and quaint, the thing is that these are going for thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars. Okay,
a ball of yarn.
I'm also gonna put a.
$9,000 for a sterling silver ball of yarn.
And we're also I'm gonna post a link to this incredible. It's the coat hanger thing that you get from dry cleaners.
Yes, you know when you get like your suit back or your dress back, and it has like a plastic covering over the hanger, and it says "We love our customers," and it says something like "We're open 24/7" or whatever it says.
It's literally exactly what you get from the
that.
dry cleaner as
And
a
you wear it
dress.
over your dress. And the collar is white, and it goes over your shoulders, and it says,
good.
"We love customers."
And how much does that go for, Chris?
It is $735.
Good God, Lemon! They give that to you for free! From dry cleaners!
And if you
don't want it, if you just want to get they'll sell them to you for like $5.
$5? Even that's too much.
I mean, they'll sell you like 12 of them.
Oh,
for like,
yeah, like
I mean,
the
like
starter
I'll go
kit
get them
for your own
shows,
fashion show.
For shows sometimes,
and
I'll go
plus,
get
like,
them for clothes.
And the picture, this model is holding a purse, and it's basically a tube sock with a clip on the top.
Like the old school, like white,
just a
like with
white
the red.
with the-
Oh, it's so bad, guys.
It's infuriating.
And like the sock. Wait, how much is the sock?
I don't know what the sock is. They didn't mention the sock, but I just saw it. Oh, and by the way, this is like from the dress designer Moschino. And this is part of their trash line. So what does that remind everybody of?
Oh, I don't know.
Zoolander?
Maybe. I don't know. The movie making fun of the industry. Now it's like
literally the trash
meta?
line is what it's called. And there are several items of clothing in this line that are
Oh, Jeremy, do you love fashion? Then you should get this dry cleaner plastic dress for $700. It's very exciting.
Wear it over a suit.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be a female to wear this. This
and it
could
keeps
be for anyone. It's versatile.
It keeps away the LA dust or the New York rain. You can be so, ready to go. It's just it reminds me of like a few months back, what company was it that had the paper clips for thousands of dollars? What was that? It was
the paper
Gucci,
clip.
right? Was it Gucci had like a paper clip that was like, it's just,
I don't remember who it was.
We don't have the money for this, people. What? Like, how is...
Oh, the millennials do for sure, don't they?
Well, I don't know.
They
Supposedly
didn't
I'm
just
a millennial, but I don't...
graduate into debt into a horrible job market.
Exactly. Not at all. Nope.
It's infuriating.
All right, so Yes.
I didn't think about that.
All right. So now the big
side
thing
rage is
that
over.
the side rage. This is the big thing that we want to talk about because obviously this has been happening in the movie and Hollywood industry for about last 10, 15 years, maybe more. Is the whole thing of sequels, prequels, betweenquels, sidequels, and remakes. Let's get into this.
Reboots.
And reboots. And reboots. Let's get into this nerd rage fest.
I prefer NyQuil.
Yes, hey, as in all right, so let's
All
let's
your
see.
dad joke needs, guys.
Bam. So we started wanting to talk about this because of the Blade Runner movie, which
Yes.
is a very good sequel, but there's a lot of times that you were just like, subquels? What are subquels?
What are subquels?
Ignore him. He's literally sitting right there, guys.
We're gonna break the fourth wall. We were like totally pretending he wasn't there.
Hey, yo.
Ayo.
No, he's just gonna troll us from 10 feet away.
Perfect.
Just keep the cat's butt out of our camera line.
Gary,
if you can.
Gary mentioned the piano
he's over
key
there petting.
necktie.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah,
Good
my
reference.
husband's over there petting my cat to keep her from walking across
So we don't have cat butt
Yeah,
like we
that's
did
true.
last time.
My life is very difficult.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So, so we started talking about this because, like, there's some sequels that we just did not ask for that I always get really shocked by. So, like, Bridget Jones' Baby. Where the F
Did anyone ask for that?
Did anyone ask for that? I didn't. Like, we're good. That was like
did
20 years
make
old.
enough
like,
money to actually warrant? It's
don't
like
know.
I can't imagine. Like I feel like after the
Box
first
Office
one,
Mojo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open Box
Maybe
Office
even the
Mojo.
second
to
Yeah,
look
go
some of
check it
these
out.
things up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So, like, let's talk about some other sequels that, because it used to be back in the day, which was great if a like sci-fi movie or an action movie
Well, I mean-
made enough money that it got a sequel, that the sequel was like better. I mean, look at
But-
Terminator 2, look at Aliens.
we also have to look at the superhero
Empire Strikes
movies.
Back.
The Marvel movies are all sequels.
Oh yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, so that's like obviously a different story. That's like a different beast altogether, I think.
well, and also because you had the example of like who's ever asked for a sequel, but like when you, I'll never forget sitting in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 thinking just like, I need to see the next movie right now.
So
Make
exactly.
it.
It looks
I
like
feel that way
Bridget
with
Jones'
John Wick.
Baby was one of those ones that did very, very well foreign. It made 24 million
Foreign.
domestic, but it made 187 million
It's the foreign markets.
in the foreign market.
I feel like
You know
between
what the
Middle
foreign market
America
is by
and
China?
foreign market, yeah, China.
It's also Gary.
It's that's right, Gary and Nick,
And I know this.
Scully and Sisyphus. You're messing it all up.
Because I know someone who works in international marketing.
So
and he is
England-
constantly on the phone with England. He's constantly on the phone with
You.
Germany, with Russia, and with China. So
Yeah. Okay. So another sequel that so the thing that actually gets me more angry is remakes. I am so done with remakes. Wait,
No.
Gary had something.
It was in development hell for years. It was I was almost an assistant editor on it 7 years ago.
Oh,
on a
really?
really old version of it.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not
interesting.
surprised. The book has been around.
Yeah.
The third book's been around, but
I mean, I like the
Bridget
book.
Jones,
yeah.
I did not read
Anyway.
any of them. I watched the movies. That was it. So,
But
But it
Not
had
all
a
of you.
production
So-
budget of 35 million.
the sequels, though, I mean, there are some sequels like 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street.
oh, those are super
Those
fun.
are great.
But
Like,
yeah,
I like that.
but
Ocean's
the
11,
remakes make me
Ocean's
so
12.
angry. Because like, so
But-
the remakes that they're talking about doing right now is The Crow. Don't need a remake. I don't need it.
But don't we though with Jason Momoa?
But can we just put him in the lead and
Now
call it something else?
Is that a sequel or is it a sidequel?
I don't know. Is he the
'Cause
Crow?
It's being very loosely talked about. So I
Now,
don't know.
see,
I
the
do not have
Crow
enough
can pick
information.
anyone
Do
because
not
they
have
had a
enough
sequel
information.
already
yeah.
from someone else, and so the Crow can pick anyone. So honestly, it could just be a sequel. We don't know.
Yeah, that's probably more of a
We don't know.
sequel. Well, if it can pick anybody, then
They
it's
already had a
probably
sequel.
Yeah.
Well, you can
alright.
still have another sequel to a sequel.
September
Isn't that
1st,
something
the Crow
something else?
reboot alive again at
Amazing.
Sony Pictures.
Triquel?
The triquel.
So they're calling it a reboot.
I don't know. I'm just making up words now.
Sequel? I don't
A
know.
threequel?
But also, if we look at remakes, though,
Okay.
the good ones,
Okay, to be fair,
It-
it is an excellent remake, though I
Yes.
don't know, because it was a TV movie, so it's TV, but it is a remake. You're right.
It's a remake.
It's a remake.
Yep.
Okay, that's
It's a
fair.
remake.
Jumanji is an excellent question. I was so not on board with Jumanji until the first trailer came out, and I want to
Yes.
see that so bad.
I didn't watch the trailer.
It's pretty fantastic.
Well, the trailer is pretty great.
It's pretty great. If y'all haven't seen the trailer, go watch it right now.
And
movie
that
is
is definitely
very
a
good.
remake because it has nothing to do with the first
Yeah, George, wasn't there there was a bunch of sequels. It wasn't just one sequel to The Crow. There was a bunch of
Yes,
sequels,
there
right?
were.
And
Yeah.
I remember
one
just,
was a
I
girl.
kind of deleted them from my mind.
There was a dude sequel and then there was a chick sequel. For sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Hart definitely stands out in the trailer for Jumanji. So
So
I'm
does
kind of
Jack
on board.
Black. So does Dwayne Johnson. I like all of them.
But
I like all
again-
the people who are in it, and I'm not gonna. I'm not like against the movie. I just didn't watch the trailer.
I mean, without obviously seeing the movie, it doesn't actually feel like it's a remake
it
because
can't be because
it's
the
a-
first movie
it's
was
not.
perfect, and I'll fight you.
she will still do it, but
That-
it's not
that
because it's
actually
technically
might be a sidequel.
yeah, that's more of a
That might be a
sidequel.
sidequel,
But I mean,
too.
it's another one of those things that I feel like they just used the name to then like it feels like it was a totally different script, but they're like, let's just call it Jumanji because
I
that'll
mean,
get
it depends. It
us
depends
people
on
that
what
grew
they
up
do
with
at
it,
the
I don't know.
beginning of where they find the game.
yeah.
Eddie Furlong was in the worst Crow
Ooh.
one.
That's who it was. Eddie
Um,
Furlong. That's
Oh,
right.
it's a sequel. Thank you, Gary. So technically, Jumanji is a sequel.
Oh, so it is a sequel.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. It depends on where
okay.
they show the game coming from at the
Alright.
beginning, whether or
That's
not.
also true.
whether-
Okay.
so
well,
that
like I said,
answers
I didn't
that.
see the movie.
So I
Yet,
said, I don't know.
obviously.
I don't know that it would only. Yeah, it would
Okay.
depend on where the game comes from because the game can be passed along and then it could be a sequel, but depends on where they're showing the game.
So Big
Bad.
Trouble.
Big Trouble
Okay,
Little China.
Oh, is that a remake?
No, they've been talking about doing one.
Yes.
No.
Yes, but
don't.
it's with Dwayne Johnson.
I know, but like, just call it something else. I don't know.
Or make a new movie?
Yeah, just make a new movie. Just don't. It's just
Come up
something
with
different.
a new story?
Or I don't even care. Use the same story, but just call
I
it
don't
something
know.
else.
I
Like,
don't know about that one. That's one I'm actually pretty torn on. So I don't know, but also yeah, Escape from New York, where they're looking at who was it, Charlie.
No, they did at one point, but
Oh,
they're
but not anymore.
you know what's
John
sad is I
Barenthal
actually
and-
only saw the sequel to that first Escape from LA.
Oh.
And then I saw Escape from New York, so
Okay.
it's okay. It's okay. That's the same way that I saw American Werewolf in Paris first.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, woo! Oh, that hurt. Oh, that burned even saying it out loud. Let me wash that down with some whiskey. Goodness.
I did see that people are talking about making
Flash Gordon.
Flash
yeah,
Gordon.
they actually are,
Ah,
George.
yes,
They are
Flash
talking
Gordon.
about because like so. There's the thing, right?
But
It's if they
isn't,
didn't have the technology back then with the original, is it okay to remake it?
Yes, I think so. And not only that, but I believe what's the guy's name who played Flash Gordon? It's escaping me.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
we just had him at a con.
Yes, we did.
Oh, what is his name? Gary, I had him sign stuff for you. What is his name?
I can't think of it, but
Yeah.
I believe he's going to be included in it.
Oh,
So I feel
Then
like
I like that.
yes, I feel like it'll be.
but I hope it's still campy and fun. Do you know what I mean?
Hopefully,
Like
yeah.
that's
Sam
the
Jones,
problem.
he says.
Sam Jones. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Thanks, babe.
All right.
But yeah, see, that's the thing is that I feel like too many of these remakes are getting so dark and gritty. Like, I don't like the remakes of Judge Dredd. I don't like it. I just loved my
yeah.
cheesy or RoboCop. Like, I loved the
Well, look at the
originals.
bad remakes that we have, which is
Okay.
Flatliners, Footloose.
Oh, I forgot they tried to
Point
remake
Break.
any of those.
Yeah.
Oh.
well,
Flatliners just came out.
Yeah, that
Yes,
just came
and
out.
it
Footloose was
failed.
a couple years ago.
It failed.
Point Break was like a year ago.
And they're talking about
Green Hornet was like
doing
10 years ago.
Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Don't do it. It's perfect. No, it's
and
perfect.
Bette Midler was
That-
not on board.
No,
with it,
as
by
she
the way.
should be.
I know. I
'cause it's
fucking love it. She
incredible.
was just like, and no thank
And
you.
nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Is there? If you guys have any other remakes that you think are good or bad, like I'm kind of in between with we were just talking about that western, something Grit.
True
Grit.
True Grit.
Yeah.
Where I kind of feel like
I actually liked.
And that's like an
I liked
older
it,
one. And
but
that's
I
one of
liked-
those things where
I
you're
liked
remaking
both.
an older movie, or even like Ocean's 11 is technically a remake.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of Ocean's 11, like the older
Ocean's 12 is the sequel.
one. Ocean's 12 is
Yeah.
the sequel.
Yeah.
But
And then,
we're going to talk about reboots.
okay, I don't think that this counts as a reboot.
What?
Ocean's 8.
But it is because
not
so is
because-
Ghostbusters.
But are
so
you
is
like those are? But if you're saying that, like, oh, if it exists in the same world, it's not a reboot; it's a
Melissa,
cycle.
We have a whole thing on the thing.
Because
Hold
like
on.
Ghostbusters
thing on the
existed
thing.
in
Yeah.
the same world and doesn't pretend the first movies didn't
Okay,
exist.
well then,
They're a
weren't they
continuation.
calling Ghostbusters though a reboot?
They call
It's the same
everything a
world.
reboot.
Okay, so but
Yeah, I
they're
mean,
not
that
They
definitely-
reboots
call
then?
everything a reboot, but I'm
Well,
saying
what
for
they're-
our
okay.
particular,
I mean,
for
that
our
technically
particular thing
isn't-
that we just set
All they're
up.
doing is throwing women in there instead of dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, sort
But I
of.
guess it's
Is
a
it a
reboot.
But it's not.
But is
it's
it a
not in
side plot?
Vegas. It's not in Vegas. It's a
Okay.
different thing. And what I've read is that in theory, Cate Blanchett's character is like Danny's sister. So like it's a thing that's in the same world and it has
For
some of the
everybody
same
that's
characters.
joining, that we're talking about sequels, betweenquels, and now we're on reboots. So we're
Yes.
trying to figure
But I
out a
think
couple
that-
if they're reboots or not.
Oh yeah, another one is The Thing, the '80s one, and I
Okay.
think somebody's talking about making that again too.
Okay, so The Thing, I just had a very long conversation about
Hi,
The
Melissa.
Thing. Hey! So The Thing, this is where I got confused, because I never saw the original, not the John Carpenter's one in the 80s, but the one before that. I always thought John Carpenter's was technically a sequel, but it's not. It's kind of a cycle, because
Cycle?
it's based on the same original content, original book, but it's just a little bit different. And then there is the prequel that they also just called The Thing because they refused to call it something else because Hollywood execs are the worst. And I have not seen it, but I've been hearing actually good things about it. My rage about it was that as soon as I saw it, I was just like, it's just hot 25-year-olds. And like, I don't believe that at all. Like, the thing that I loved about John Carpenter's The Thing is that these burly, gross dudes, I mean, other than what's-his-face as the lead, but I mean, they're just like, just frozen beards and just like, I believe that. I believe that they would be there. But yeah, so The Thing is kind of sort of a side quote, like John Carpenter's is kind of a side quote, and then it got a prequel.
First off, I think that as an industry and as a world, we just use the word reboot to. I'm getting to that. We use the word reboot too generically. Like I don't think it really means anything. Like
Yeah, maybe not.
we
Probably
just
not.
use it as a broad term for everything. And Gary saying I think Ghostbusters is a hard reboot because it's an adaptation of the source. Like there's some fucking Ghostbusters novel we're adapting. Ooh, they catch ghosts. That's an adaptation of the source material. What? Like
What did
no.
come first? The movie came first, right?
Yes.
The first movie, and then it had the cartoon show.
Yes,
Did they have a comic for a little while too?
they did.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Actually,
Which is-
my
that's part
episode
about
of my podcast this coming week is about
Oh,
Ghostbusters.
hey!
So there you go.
So tune into that.
And you can listen to Drew tell us all about it.
And an
They did have a
NES
really
game.
shitty
Yes,
NES game.
it's true.
But yeah, like it's not. I think reboot is too like broad a term.
Oh, but they do need to reboot. So the one thing I'm excited for them to reboot is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. If they actually do it correctly, have it rated R, like super dark.
And again, that's
I'm
not
in,
just
'cause
because
that
there was a
that
movie
other
once.
version
Like
was
I don't think
terrible.
that necessarily makes it a reboot. I think that's just they're making another one.
That is
They're
a good
making
point,
a different-
though,
Like another
because,
version.
They're
like,
just making another version. That's
how
what I'm saying.
many
I think
Spider-Mans
reboot.
do we have now?
Like I think reboot is
Is
just
that
a
a
shitty
reboot?
term.
Is that a
Here she
reboot?
comes.
Oh, there's the cat.
Come here.
It was,
Yeah.
it was a nice little black crossfade we had.
Didn't hit the butt this time.
I'm shocked she didn't knock anything over.
Well done. Something like a cat. Wait.
But I think it's too broad. I think we use it too generically, and I hate it.
Yeah, okay, so now this brings us into the cat attacked. So yeah, we gotta
Gonna redo Ace Ventura. Yes, there is
Yes,
a rumor they're
we
gonna
did
do
have that
Ace
on our
Ventura.
list.
I told Chris that. She was very upset.
I'm
was
very
upset.
upset.
'Cause no.
I did not know they were gonna
No.
No, Ace Ventura is
No.
perfect. There's nobody else who should play it. It's done.
Yep.
Leave it. Just leave it. Just that's what like the
too
internet
soon.
and renting stuff is for.
It's too
just
soon.
rent the movie again.
It's not
that's
even
fine.
like a classic yet. It could be.
Actually, it technically
Is?
is
How
because
new is
anything
that?
over than 20 years is, and I think
Been
it's
over 20 years.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know if you want to look that up, but yeah, I think
that
it's
up.
yeah. IMDb that, but I think it's. I'm
first
guessing
one?
it's over 20 years.
Okay, I could be
I'm
wrong
guessing.
on that then. Holy cow! I
Yeah.
just didn't realize that.
I know it. It burns. I can feel it. I
Ace
feel it.
Ventura: Pet Detective, 1994.
Oh God, that is way 13
Holy
years ago.
cow.
Ah! Okay, or 23 years ago.
So,
Oh,
like
no.
in 2 years, it'll be 25 years, which means
Yeah.
that they could probably technically.
But I don't want to. I don't want to talk about it.
and it'll be fine, and we can't bitch.
I mean,
Well, we can.
you can.
And we will.
And will. Yeah.
Oh, interesting that they're trying to. Melissa said that they're actually trying to like pass the baton, like that. Jim Carrey's going to be in it, and like try to.
I heard
But
he wasn't
who-
involved. Okay,
Yeah.
let's just.
I don't know. So this brings us, because when we talked about this on Monday, what we were going to talk about today, we dove deep.
Yes.
Because then we started
did.
talking about the TV shows that were turned into movies, right? So like good stuff would be like Firefly turned into Serenity, right?
21 Jump Street, Addams Family.
Yes, Addams Family, Veronica Mars, obviously, Charlie's Angels. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's tricky because I mean it was a comic book first, and then it was
but then it was a cartoon.
then it was a cartoon. And then it was the movies.
movie.
I loved the movies growing up.
Okay.
Loved those movies. I loved them.
That's
Oh my
a
god.
good adaptation. Then.
Even
No, I mean they're very bad.
no, they're very
but they're
good, but they're so great. I don't know if they're a good adaptation though.
They're good bad.
They're good
That's
bad. Oh my god,
No.
when they time traveled to feudal
It's on the
Japan. What? It was great. I loved it. Okay, sorry. Moving on.
Yeah, you can go behind us. She's not on the table.
Oh
There you
wait, you didn't like A-Team? I actually liked A-Team a lot. Okay, so here's a good discussion. I totally loved A-Team. Like the movie, the TV
new
show,
one
but I
they
also
did
loved the
With
movie.
Armie Hammer?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, it's so much fun. So actually, when my mom was visiting
no.
last, she was like, I just want like a dumb action fun movie. And I was like, A-Team done.
Well, okay, so
Ooh,
I mean,
you
when
know-
I saw it, I was okay with it, but I'm not going to say it's a good movie.
Rewatch it, because here's the problem too: is that we've been watching such terrible movies the last like 10 years that our expectations
Ooh, I
have
forgot.
gone down so low.
I forgot Starsky and Hutch.
Oh,
I
Starsky and
remembered that
Hutch.
actually, but I liked that movie.
Yeah,
I actually liked Starsky.
Yeah.
what
I
I,
remember
did see
liking
with
that
Armie
movie.
Hammer that I fucking loved was The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh yes, I loved
That movie was
that
very
was
good.
super good. I like that one a lot.
Yes, I agree.
So bad, I did not see either the TV show or the movie of Baywatch, but I guess that
I did not
happened.
see the movie, but I have it on good authority that it sucked.
yes. I wonder who that could be. Anyways,
Nobody we know, just a person,
Oh.
random.
Just a random person we know.
Yes,
No one we
thank
know,
you.
just a random person we know.
thank
Anyway.
you, George and Gary. The Neesons is in A-Team. Like, yes, of course you're gonna love the A-Team. It's got the Neesons. It's so much fun. I'm
Okay.
sorry. It's so
Alright,
fun. I
fine.
liked it.
I just didn't
Okay.
see it. I
Um,
believe you.
Okay, Dukes of Hazzard. I did not watch the movie on purpose because
I did,
Blech.
because I love the TV show.
I love the TV show, but as soon as I saw like some of the trailers, I was like, nope, I like TV show.
It had
Good.
Jessica Simpson in her Daisy Dukes.
Did have Jessica Simpson.
Who had to put on 10 pounds in badonkadonk for that role.
Hey,
Yeah,
I mean,
she
it
did.
worked.
Get it done.
It worked.
All right, what's Bewitched?
Bewitched.
Aww.
Will Ferrell.
That was the role that Will Ferrell like lost the weight for originally, right? Because that was his first like rom-com. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Who was?
It's what's her face? Nicole Kidman.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of a good cast, but
See,
Yeah, it's just
as much as
sometimes the cast can't say
I
it.
know the show and the movie. When you say Bewitched, I'm like, oh, like the teen girl band,
no.
the girl band from the '90s. I had that album. What?
Still got old. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
See.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're old.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah. Oh. But oh, you know what? Oh shoot! There's a movie that just popped in my head when you mentioned. Shoot, I'll remember it in a
Girl
second.
bands.
No, I think it was something before that. Bewitched. Nope, lost it. Lost it.
'90s.
90s, yeah, not just 90s in general. All right, so because there is one that
X-Files.
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 Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That kind
Sex
of.
in the City.
Yeah. Ooh,
But that's more of a
Ooh.
sequel.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Both
yeah.
X-Files
Actually,
and
that's
Sex in the
like-
City are sequels more than.
Well, so this
But
is where
so
it gets
is
tricky, right? Because we
Firefly,
didn't.
though.
Yeah.
Serenity. We talked
Serenity
about
is
Serenity.
yeah, technically it. So this is where it gets tricky
we
because
talked a lot
there's
about
a
it, yeah.
ton of like anime, cartoons, Star Trek, all that kind of stuff that has like the long running shows that also do like the movies that aren't canon but are or whatever. So we didn't even dive into that because we would be here all day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I mentioned the Flintstones when we were talking about this the
Yes,
other day.
Flintstones.
But we were trying to avoid animated things because
Yeah,
there's like
that's
a ton
a-
of them.
Well,
Robert
wasn't there two?
Game of Thrones.
Flintstones movies?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's two Flintstones
Yes, there were.
movies, right?
Hey, there were 2 Flintstones movies, right?
Hell yes, there were.
Yeah.
And-
Wait, are we talking animated Flintstones movies?
No,
or
No,
live
there's
action.
two. There was
Live
two
action.
live action ones, right?
There was the Flintstones, and then there was Viva
Yeah.
Rock Vegas.
There was Viva Rock Vegas is the second one.
Which
that's
starred
right.
Yes,
Mark
yes, yes, yes.
Addy,
Which
who
starred
was
Mark-
King
Mark
Robert
Addy.
on Game of Thrones as Fred.
Oh wait, somebody.
As
Viva.
Fred.
Viva Rock.
But there were
Yeah.
also multiple
Oh, the Brady
animated
Bunch movies too. Yeah, so
So
it's like
Warner
those
Gary,
TV
we got
shows.
the weird authority on this
Yeah,
right,
right.
here.
But yeah, the Brady Bunch. I didn't think of that one.
Oh, yeah,
And
the Brady
movie.
Bunch.
Yeah.
That was actually more like a sequel. Or no, wait, no, it wasn't. Well, it took place in like current day.
Yeah.
So it was. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Confusing.
It was fun.
All
I
right,
liked
so
it.
now the flip side. So movies that were turned into TV shows, like our favorite, A Stargate. Yes, approval, winning.
Guys, guys, I'll talk about Stargate.
I know.
It's
I think Gary's also with you on that one. Oh, Lost in Space.
Yes,
Yep.
Lost in Space. That was also. I didn't mind that one.
I actually didn't.
Wait a minute. The second Flintstones was a prequel?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Buffy. Yes, that's another
Yeah,
one. That's
No,
an
we haven't
excellent
gotten
one.
to
Talked
Buffy
about,
because
yeah.
that's moving to TV.
Yeah, no, we just moved over to
Yes.
movie to TV.
That's
So
like,
yeah.
Give us a chance.
Yeah. So Buffy for sure, which
Buffy
is
for sure.
what I really liked about what
Guys,
Joss
I'm
Whedon
still
did
just
is
thinking
he
about
always.
Stargate.
I know she'll be in her Stargate bubble right over here. If you want to keep chatting to her about that. What I like about what Joss Whedon did is
Just in
that
my
he always
Michael
made
Shanks
sure
bubble.
it was like a continuation. Like we didn't have to have the same like origin story of Buffy,
Right.
which is great.
Yep, MASH. I talked about MASH the other day.
MASH, Fargo,
Fargo.
also
Also good.
good. Parenthood.
Parenthood good.
Wait, you put Teen Wolf in good?
Well, I don't
Get
know.
the F out.
I never
Get the-
saw.
No,
I didn't see
no,
the TV
no,
series.
no. I don't even need to see it.
But
on
I heard
YouTube.
it. I heard.
I mean, it
tweens,
does
tweens.
well.
I heard the tweens
liked it.
It's
I
still
don't know.
on. It's,
See,
we're not
it's
the
still on.
demographic for it,
Right?
but supposedly it's good
still
for some
on.
people.
It's like 4 seasons,
Yeah.
right?
Technically, I'm not the
Love that.
demographic for the original, but I love it.
Wow, that's like a guilty pleasure for you then.
It's no, I don't feel guilty at all for loving Teen Wolf.
I mean, it's a
It's my
different
jam.
thing.
Wolf. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Teen Wolf.
The movie.
The movie.
The
you're
movie.
talking about.
God, no,
I
not
thought
the
you were
TV
talking about
show.
the TV show.
No,
no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
talking about-
The movie is amazing.
Yeah.
Of Teen Wolf. I mean, yeah.
Oh,
that's-
okay. All
that's
right.
a given.
Everyone is the
Oh, for
demographic
sure.
for the movie Teen
Yes,
Wolf.
Yes,
exactly.
okay.
I mean, it's Michael
Fantastic.
Fox.
As long as we're
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
I see
mean,
we're
it's
on
a
the
national treasure.
we're on the right page.
Okay, calm down.
Because
Relax.
okay. Oh, I see how what you did. So the movies are good, but not necessarily. I see. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So,
So-
Ash versus Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, all around, both.
Love the
movie,
TV show.
TV
Mhm.
show, brilliant. Love it. Love it.
Agreed.
Okay, so Gary, you can keep talking about Stargate. All right, so
moved on.
movies that got turned into TV shows that weren't very good. I'll never move
Never
on.
move on in my heart.
So
bad.
bad. Oh,
Bad.
I forgot that Dirty Dancing
Dirty
was turned
Dancing.
into a TV show.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I know. That's because it
Unfortunate.
failed so
it failed
horribly. Yeah.
Ferris Bueller is the next
Yep.
one here.
Ferris Bueller. That's unfortunate. That happened.
Why?
We're all
Like,
sorry.
this is what I imagine. I imagine a bunch of people sitting around a table going like, what movie should we turn into a TV show? And people just throwing shit out and somebody going, oh, Ferris Bueller, that's a great idea. And everyone going, oh, yes, why I do believe so.
Yeah.
And then it fucking happens
the
because
Dead Zone. I
what
didn't
the
think of
hell?
that.
Dead Zone was good. That
Yeah,
was a good TV show.
that was a good TV show.
Yeah, I agree with
Good
that.
play. Good play,
Yes.
George.
Mm-hmm.
All right, others. Oh, so to be fair, I did not see the From Dusk Till Dawn TV show. I know it was like it was kind of a tested out network that they tried it on because I remember when it first came out and I was interested.
Was that
I think it's on
on,
Netflix now, but it was.
Was that the El Rey Network? Robert
Yes.
Rodriguez's?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think that network is still around now,
No.
but
Yeah, the network's still on.
Yeah, I knew about that. My
Oh,
Big Fat
I
Greek
didn't
Wedding
know
was
that,
turned into My Big
Melissa.
Fat Greek Life.
really, because I
Yeah.
know that there was
Oh,
so my
that's
my Big Fat Greek wedding.
Yes.
Had a
Now,
show
did-
called My Big Fat Greek Life.
Yes.
So is that did the show fall between the sequel, the original, and the
Yes.
sequel? That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
It was after the original and long
My
before they
biscuit's sweating on
did
me.
the sequel, and it didn't do well.
That's unfortunate.
I take a lot of issue with you having either version of this in the bad column. The next
Yeah.
one.
No, I
Tra-
never saw it. I didn't-
Clerks.
Clerks.
Okay,
Well,
no.
it's the same thing with that. I never that's why I was like,
You're like question.
Clerks,
I don't know.
both the original movie and the animated
guys,
series.
this is
Hard
just a
lines.
guide. They're talking
They're just,
points.
they're just talking points, bro.
They're
All right, so Clerks. I don't know if you guys felt. Obviously, love the original. Love the TV show, the cartoon show.
I actually saw all of the animated episodes before I saw Clerks.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's because a buddy of mine in high school had all of them on VHS, and I borrowed it from him.
Wait, I'm sorry to back up. There was 3 From Dusk Till Dawn movies?
Yes.
How did I not know? I'm sure it did not have any of the same cast, right?
No, they didn't. It wasn't like Salma Hayek or, no.
Oh, Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
I totally
Well,
forgot.
we know you're wrong about Clerks.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, Clerks 2 was fun. Wait, who said it
He
wasn't?
says it's better than the original, and he's wrong.
It is. It's a better movie.
No. Oh goodness, we're really raging out longer than we usually do.
We've been arguing about this for 10 years.
We could go on forever. All right,
Definitely.
real
so
quick,
last-
but Tremors. I just want to say Tremors. Tremors.
Yeah,
I did not see the TV show.
There was a TV show on Sci-Fi in the early 2000s.
I love the original movie though. That is my jam.
The original movie's good. I liked it.
I was raised on that shit. It's so good. All right, sorry, we raged for way too long.
So, we also just wanted to talk a little bit about some big nerd news that we
Oh, that's right.
of Brian Bendis moving with an exclusive contract to DC.
That's right.
Yes, that's a big deal, folks.
It's a big deal, and I don't know, how do you feel about his writing?
I like his writing.
I can't stand it.
I'm only reading Defenders right now because he's by. Literally, I saw this announcement and I was like, man, I'm only reading Defenders because
And
now
this is
I'm not gonna want to read it.
I just don't like his style, honestly, because I feel like his characters interrupt each other, and it's very difficult to read, and there's a lot of dialogue, and I'm just like, you can't, because it's like all disjointed, for me. For me. But a lot of people like that, and they think that it's like, oh, it's so super realistic, and it's like real people talking, and I'm like,
So for
I don't
those,
know. I've never spent a lot of time analyzing his writing, but I do think
I've read a
it's-
couple things, and I'm like, I don't care for this.
On the larger scale, it's really
That's all.
a big deal, and it's interesting because
is.
he was very involved in the TV and movie stuff as well.
Absolutely. But he was cut out of that.
So that's
Because
that's kind of the big
Kevin
deal for us
Feige
that aren't
no longer had
up to date
report
with
to
the comic
Marvel.
books.
Apparently, he is reporting to Disney, and
Yeah.
basically,
Oh,
sorry, and basically, he could do whatever the hell he wants to do.
Yeah.
Because he's like the god over there.
Yeah.
So, what I'm understanding is that Bendis was no longer part of the movies after like the first couple Marvel ones, but DC, however, is giving him the option to be involved in their movies. So he's now at the table with Jeff Johns, apparently, which is, his contract was coming up to end at the end of the year, and his books weren't selling that great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good move.
Yeah.
Like, it's smart. It's smart because...
It's a smart move for him.
Yeah, he probably got offered a hell of a lot more money.
And they
but it's going to change things a
honestly-
lot in the comic book world. I mean, obviously, those are the big DC
I
Marvel.
think it's going to give DC a boost. To
I
be
think
honest.
DC
with
was, and
what they
honestly,
need.
DC could use more. Jeff is great, but right now, the DC movies are still largely controlled by Warner Brothers. There's very little input from the actual on the ground DC Comics people.
Yeah.
And Jeff
And
is
maybe
a
this'll
super fan.
change. Yeah.
Jeff is a super fan, but he can only do so much, and hopefully having more comics people at the table will help.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I mean, I'm gonna go see Justice League.
absolutely. Same here.
For the record, I don't know,
And I
I'm
think
gonna go see it.
We're all going to see it.
Obviously.
I might hate watch it a little.
Yeah,
but
I mean, but then,
I'm going to go see it.
Exactly. But I do think, though, that this is a good thing for DC, and I think
don't
that it's a
understand
good
what
thing
that
for the
means.
movies. I'm not going to read any of his comics, obviously, because I don't like him, but other people will.
Yeah.
So
Lots of people do like his writing, and he's created some really influential characters, and he created Jessica Jones.
Exactly.
He's been really formative on a lot of the Guardians of the
Spider-Man,
Galaxy stuff.
all, like 3
he
different
created
Iron Man
Miles
titles.
Morales.
Yep. So,
Also, just a little side note of news that actually wasn't news that everybody thought was news is, speaking of Marvel, was Disney supposedly buying up Fox.
Yeah.
That's not actually happening,
Not
everyone.
happening.
Yeah.
Like, if you go back to the original, and I suffered from this where I just kept seeing all of the
Yeah,
titles of
headlines.
articles. But if you
There's
go
a lot
back
of
to the
clickbait
original,
things.
but if you go back to the original article,
On CBC.
they're not actually doing it. They were talking about it, but it's too much of a monopoly. It's not going to happen. So,
Well, I mean,
everybody calm
they discussed
down.
buying portions of it several weeks ago, and then there's been no.
Yeah. It would, honestly, as an X-Men fan, I would be excited about
all
that.
comic
But
book nerds
yes.
are excited about
Yes.
it.
But yeah,
No,
it's
true.
not
It's true.
necessarily happening.
Anyway.
All right, we're going a little bit over this week,
Yes,
but
we
we
are.
do have to have our rave because we have to, bring our rage to a nicer note. So a lot of you probably saw this online getting shared around, especially the ladies. But there is this incredible girl who does these ridiculous makeup tutorials. Her name is Sailor J on YouTube.
Yes.
Please go follow her. I'm going to post the one that's been shared around the most in the comments right now, which is her contouring.
Men don't like women. Men like pterodactyls.
Yeah, it's
I've literally
If
just
they
been
find
like
out
coding.
we can shapeshift, they'll tell the church.
Yeah, I've literally just been
If
like
we can-
sending
yeah.
messages to people all week with quotes from this video.
Yes,
Yes,
it's incredible.
they're just-
But like,
yeah.
that's
Right.
not even her. I mean, all of her videos
All of her
are amazing.
videos
So
are
when you go
amazing.
to her stuff, obviously, like, click
Watch
on the
that
one
one.
that I
But we
posted.
watched like 6 of them just
Oh,
before.
yeah.
We've
Yes.
watched all of them, and we
We're
watched like 6 of them
huge
again just
fans.
while we
Huge
were waiting.
fans.
Yeah, watch the contouring 101, which I just posted. Watch the the stages of wearing a clay mask,
Hi, Lawrence.
because you will definitely be all about that. Thanksgiving makeup tutorial and the make yourself attractive to men.
The clay
one is-
mask one is is
the clay
very
mask
It's
was
accurate.
so
very
good. It's
accurate.
so
Yeah.
and it's so wonderful because she really is one of us that she's complaining about
She's
being
only
poor
18,
the whole time.
by the way.
She's only 18.
She's only 18.
I need screw it. I'm done. Like I can't. That's frustrating.
Yes.
She's hilarious. So
Yes.
go watch her. Let us know if you have any other rage stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us for our Whiskey Wednesday Nerd Rage, and we will see you next
see you
week.
next week.
Rage on.
I like that my cat is just like contemplatively looking out into the courtyard now. Like we've rejected her.
Oh wow, how about I finish anytime now? There we go.